Good morning and welcome to the Rick Helps Real Estate Show. I am changing it up just a little bit. I'm switching to shorter intros, mainly because when YouTube replays them, you get on there and it shows this long clip and it's a 2-minute intro and people aren't fast forwarding it. They're kind of looking at it going, come on, come on. So this will help a little bit. I finally figured out how to transition through this faster. And, I learn this as I go. So welcome to the Real Estate Show, where we share today's numbers so that you can be informed of what's going on in the Arizona real estate market, and you'll be a hit at cocktail parties. When you hear somebody go, wow, did you hear what's going on in the real estate market? You're the first one there. So we look at today's data, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about being prepared to go out and shop for a home. First, I want to give a shout out to my friends, John and Rhonda. You guys have heard me complain about my allergies on here. Every time the wind blows, it's like, oh God, no, don't do it. But they turned me onto this thing, and it's called a Sauvage or something like that. And what it does is it cleans your sinuses. The water just flows through. With this, you put a salt thing at the top. It's battery operated, and away you go. I've been using it for 2 days. I feel so much better. It's amazing. So I put the link below. If any of you have seasonal allergies like me, thanks, John and Rhonda. That's a game changer. I've also been told, and I learned this when I went to Panama, that when you move to a different region, get some natural honey, because the bees go out and they pollinate all the different plants and bushes and flowers and everything. And when you are having the natural honey, you build up an immune system. So I should have done that in 1996. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are coming back at 3 o'clock. I normally don't do a Friday morning, but I want to let you guys know that we are having the live drawing. You still have time to enter, where we're giving away 3 webcams today. And that's going to be a fun show. That's not going to be a show where we're diving into a lot of numbers. We're going to celebrate our 1-year anniversary of coming on and providing these live updates. So let's dive into it, shall we? I expect this to be an insane weekend, and I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why. One, inventory is only sitting at about 4,200 units today, which is pretty low for a Friday, even given the numbers that we've had in the past. And rates have gone down despite what you've heard in the news. So I'm going to read you something here real quick. Let me jump over here, and this is from the Mortgage News Daily that I read. And what they're saying is, yes, rates are lower, not just today, but versus the end of last week as well. But what he says is, he says that it's because most media coverage is wrong, just like it was wrong last Thursday. It's not that the stories in question are failing to report the facts. They're simply relying on mortgage rate data that runs the risk of being extremely stale. In other words, the data they're seeing is lagging. And when we've had a good week where rates have come down, it hasn't hit the news cycle yet. So it says, just as Freddie Mac's mortgage rate survey is getting caught up to last week's rate spike, we talked about this the other day. They do the survey on Monday. It says they're actually down by roughly 1/8 of a percentage point for the average lender, thus falling back in line with levels seen on March 12th. So that's good news. And I think the combination of inventory being low now still, and rates starting to show some hope that they're coming down a little bit, are going to be making people out there kicking doors down. Now, personally, I was kind of cheering the rate increase. I was hoping they would go up. We could get some relief, slow the buying traffic down, let some inventory show up, try to see some semblance of normal. But alas, that is not happening. So we got to take a look at what's going on. So I'm talking about being prepared. And you have to understand that the market that you're going into. And I think, and I know all the YouTube subscribers here know that it's hectic out there. And you know that you have to be pre-qualified, because we can't even write an offer if you're going out to look at homes. And I also get a lot of questions about, Rick, what part of the valley do you serve? And these are like my latest 75 purchases and sales and stuff I do in the valley. As you can see, those yellow dots are just about everywhere. I don't concentrate on Chandler Gilbert. It just happens to be I was living there, and and it's kind of convenient. But there I am out there in East Mesa, way out here in Sun City West. I got another one coming up now. This is Anthem. I live right here in the middle of all these dots right here. So I live in North Central Phoenix now, and so it's easier for me now to go to Chandler, to go here, to go to Fountain Hills, to go up there. I'm centrally located, so I don't restrict myself. And yes, I go down to Maricopa as well, the city of Maricopa. So this is my sales territory, a couple houses out in Fountain Hills. So I thought I'd just kind of touch on that real quick. Want to take you to the Cromford report, and as we get prepared, this is something I pulled up. I like this sheet. So if somebody's going into a particular zip code to look at a home, I like to pull up the data. Now, it's interesting. So this one right here, I'm doing the city of Anthem. Okay, so it shows that overall, 42.9% of the homes are going for over asking price. But then what I like is you can go down and you can ask your agent to do this if they've got the Cromford report. I want to go to Anthem, stop that. See, I turned my head. Did you notice that? And then it just erased all my data. So there, I'm back. So I can look at my price range here now. Check this out. So homes between 300 and 400,000, there were 5 of them sold under contract with an average over price of $15,100. 400 to 500,000, there were 4 homes sold with the average over list of $22,700. So that's what's going on. So you know that. So when you say, well, gee, Rick, what do you think we should offer? You need to be armed with data like this. 500, 600,000, 3 homes, 26 grand. So Anthem's getting, busy. We can take and look out to, let's go to Apache Junction. So this is a way for you to get prepared when you're going out and you're looking for homes. So Apache Junction, there's quite a variety of homes out there. But let's see, here's the most busiest market, 250 to 300. There's been 10 homes, an average of $17,000 over list price. That's a big deal. So that way you're not shocked when you're out looking for a home, that you know what you're going to be running into. Now, the other thing I encourage people to do too, and this is really where you need to be proactive. You've seen a listing on, most people go to Zillow, or you've seen the listing that you got from your agent from the MLS, and you get that front picture and it looks great. You're new here. You don't know a lot about the area. Check out the neighborhood. The best way to do that is Google Maps and Google Street View. Take a virtual drive. You have all kinds of tools on the web now to help you research a neighborhood. Not just the data, but do you really want to get in the car and go out there and look at it if it looks like a crappy neighborhood? So I'm going to show you an example here because I saw a house, looks really good from the front, nice pictures, remodeled. So I pulled up the front of it, and then I decided to go look at some details. And here we are. So here's a house here. Looks fairly decent, right? I mean, kind of average. Guy over here doesn't have much of a front yard. It's all dirt. But then do this. It's kind of moving. Look what's behind you. It looks like a salvage yard. The street looks okay. But you can run into things like this when you're looking for homes, and you can check out the neighborhood. Let's see. Edward wants me to go to Whitman. Do you mind if I pop back there real quick, folks? Let's look at Whitman. Go down here. There's Whitman. And I think I have to remove a city. If I remove Apache Junction, I think I still have that clicked on. Yes, there we go. Thanks, Edward. Let's see what's going on in the beautiful city of Whitman. So as that little blue thing starts going. Not a lot of activities, only 5 homes worth of data. Under 200,000, 3 homes sold for $5,100 over asking price. Under 200, they had 8, 4 from 2 to 5, 2 from 2 to 300, and then 4. And let's see, the overall percentage, 29.4% of homes. That's not bad. That's not as aggressive for everything else. Now we're getting a question here to look at surprise. And I, again, say at the over 55 communities, man, they're not getting beat up. It's great. It's great. If you're looking to move here and retire, it's not a bad time. City of Surprise, 200 to 300,000, 71% of homes are going for over the list price. A little different than Whitman, huh? So let's look at that. So in the 200 to 250 range, almost $20,000 above asking price. And it goes down a little bit between 300 and 400,000. There's 90 homes and 10,000 above asking price. But let's change this date here because that was picking up everything. Let's go to this year, 2021. About the same story. So the 300, 400,000 is the most popular ones out there. There's 90 of them, $10,000. That's not that bad of a battle. Now, it's an average. That means some are 5, some are 15. But now you know. At least you know what to expect when you get there. So, and then take the time, and drill through the neighborhoods here. So you can go, I can go where I used to live here. Let's see. Let me go to 1129 East. Now you can all find out where I used to live. There it is right there. Beautiful home right here, if I don't mind saying so myself. Did all this remodeling out front and stuff. Had a beautiful pool in the backyard. But now on Google, you can drive down the street and see what's going on. So a little person riding a bike. Nice. This was remodeled there. This house was across the street here. They did a really nice remodel on that one. But you can just tool on down the street. So do this before you get in your car and you don't know the neighborhood. Drive around and get to know the place because you may see some surprises. I went to one yesterday and the front of the house looked great, but there were old trailers on both sides of it. I think the one next door was raising chickens. So you got a really nice, beautiful remodeled house, an old trailer, another old trailer, a really nice house, old trailer. You look at the listing photos, it's fabulous. Great looking house, remodeled kitchen was awesome. Everything about the house was great until you look next door or you look across the street. So, there's a lot of resources that you can do on your own. So that's what I like. Google Earth is even better because you can drive down and get a 3D view. But, you can go around and check out neighborhoods on there to be prepared. Make sure you've got your ducks in a row. Make sure that you're pre-qualified and you're ready to go. Because like I told a buyer yesterday, sometimes if you go home to sleep on it, you might not get to sleep in it. I'm looking at a house this weekend, and I was asked if I could book something for Saturday. And as soon as I got on showing time, there were only a couple slots open. So even getting appointments to get in there, you've got to go early. You've got to start asking to get into places early because these Saturdays are filling up fast, especially when there's nothing to look for. So everybody, I want you to make sure that you are logging in at 3 o'clock because it's going to be a party. We're going to have a great time. We're going to have the drawings live. We're giving away 3 webcams, and I've got a program that's going to pick the comments. So there is a link below where you can get on the video that shows where you need to subscribe, like, and comment. That enters you in. We have 49 people that have entered in the drawing right now, and we are just going to have so much fun. I don't want you to miss it. Have a great Friday. See you at 3.